everyone, I am back with the new series. In this series, I will be talking about all the filters, what your Photoshop has. The filters are here and you have these different kinds of filters. Each one has their own speciality and each one is used for a different purpose. Each one gives a very nice effect on your pictures. Nowadays, not all pictures are same. Everybody wants a little different technique or different touch which makes their picture pop out different compared to any other picture present on the screen. Before getting into it, I really want to thank that my previous series where it was beginner series for Adobe Photoshop was given a very good support and love, and I had received such a nice comments, suggestions and everything. I have tried my level best to stand up to all the suggestions what was given, and I have implemented them on this series. This series includes all the filters present over here like a stylize, sharpen, render, pixelate, noise, distort, everyone. Along with this, you have one more class which will be describing a clone stamp tools and pattern stamp tools. So it is a very nice tool to replicate many things. So right now I have imported my 5 pictures. All of them have a light effect kind, and I am going to show today's class is about the stylize filter that is present over here. All of these will be spoken in this class. So what is actually a stylized filter? It is giving you a set of effects what you can put on your picture with one single click. Along with this, you can use different layer adjustments mask which will bring out your filters on your pictures a more better. It's not like only one click and that filter is there and he's stubborn. No, you can put many other effects on. Either you can use your blending modes or you can use your adjustment layers. So where is my adjustment layers? There are 2 ways to find it. The first of all, there is one small icon at the end of your Photoshop which tells you all these adjustment layers. If not, go to your layers here on the top and scroll down till you get a new adjustment layers, and you have all the layers which can be used on this as an secondary option, and then you can use different modes in order to bring out your artwork. Okay, I'll use different effects on different pictures to show you how actually it will work. Now let's get started. This is my first picture, which is more like a vintage kind of lamps. I'll just unlock it soon, and this is my picture ready. In order to show you the difference between the previous original picture and the new picture, we need to make a duplication of this picture. So how do you do that? And for the duplication, hold your control and press J, the letter J, and you see a copy of the new one is already created. Okay, the shortcut is Control plus J. Once you already have your new duplicate, switch off your original one for time being. Later on, we can to see the difference. So make sure you have been a left click. For the selection of the layer is left click. And now go to your filters and come down to your stylize. The first filter is a diffuse. So what actually diffuse does is he just shuffles or scatters the pixelates among the neighboring one. Now see, by default it will be looking like this, because if I zoom this picture too big, then you will be able to see the effect. I'll just keep it for the right now normal. Darken only means he will just make it more dark, lighten or anisotropic. So the first one we have here is normal. So it is already by default enabled, and just say finish. Now nothing is viewed, no difference. Zoom into your picture. For zooming in, the shortcut key is Control and your plus symbol next to your space bar. Now you can see the lines are being shuffled among the neighboring colors. So what he does is the pixels of this metal case is being shuffling with the glass. It gives you more like a frost effect on your glass. If you want to bring out some frost effect on your glass, like a fog or an old glass finish, then you can use it. Now I'll on my original and I'll switch off the one which we just added. Okay, if I switch it off, you can see the difference. It is plain effect. Now at the moment I on it, that is the effect. Now what I'll do is I'll add it multiple times.
This is only one time, right? I'll add one more time. Filter, diffuse, this is 2 times. Again filter, diffuse 3 times. Filter and diffuse 4 times. And filter, diffuse 5 times.
I've applied one effect 5 times on the picture. Now again I'll go for zoom in, that is Control plus, and see to what extent the shuffling of the pixels has taken place. Now if I switch off, or you can say just hide my the layer where my diffusion has been happened, this is your original picture which does not have any effect or filter onto it, but the moment I enable the filter layer, which I have applied a diffusion filter for 5 times, is this effect. So this is called the diffuse. You can use diffuse for multiple options. Now if I take you to any other picture like this one, okay, just unlock it. Now I'll go to filters, I'll go to my stylize, and I'll go for diffuse. So this is how it will diffuse it. And now I'll diffuse it dark, okay, and if I say okay, it has happened. Now I'll on my original and I'll switch off my new. See, to some extent he has added a darkness to the picture. See, if I hit multiple, you can see as if the light is flicking. Okay, now if I add one more time, again my layer is active, go to your filter, add one more time, and now you see he's much dark. So this is how you give the effect, but your light is still glowing, right? So in order to make your light pop out more compared to the surrounding, whatever material is it, or whatever picture or whatever prop or object is around it, but you want your light to be pop up much, then you can use this effect. I'll go back to my filters, I'll go for stylize, and I'll choose emboss. Emboss is like a little extrusion with 50% of gray onto your picture. So it means like, imagine a 50% gray is being applied onto your picture, and he takes the shape of all the objects that is present on it. Okay, see, now if I increase the height, you can see it is giving you more clear vision, like a 3D pop out of the object which is present on the screen. If I increase the amount, it is more clear. If I decrease it, he'll go less finished. Means the area which is more light, or which is more in light colors, that will be taken more emboss. If I have to do the embossment for the ones which are on the darker side, I need to increase the amount. Then when you increase the amount, what happens? The ones which are light, they go much lighter or much more 3D effect as you see here, and the ones which are darker, they will be barely visible for you. Alright, height also is defined. If I give more height, you see it looks like as if it is coming out of the picture, but I'll keep some extent like 4, and I'll keep it like complete embossment, and I'll say finish. Now what will I do for this? You can actually use this to make your edges or your corners of your object more sharpened. How? Select him, go to your layer modes, that is this option, and pick overlay. Where is overlay? Here on your object. So now this layer, that is the new embossment filter layer, is an overlay. The meaning of overlay is as if he is he's taking over all the options. Okay, is overlay. And now if I switch the filter off, you can see picture, that is my A3. This is my picture. I'll zoom in a little. Go to my filters, take my stylize, and this time I'll go for extrude. So extrude is a very cool effect in order to give a kind of abstract effect to your picture. See, I have taken the size to be 30 and it's a block. Okay, I have taken 30 and it's a block. Depth is also 30. So what I'll do is I'll make the depth to be less, very small. Alright, I don't want any of these. Everything is done. It's a block, and I'll say finish. And the effect has been added. You see, if I switch it off, this is the effect, as if each pixel of the picture is coming out, like as if it is extruded out. That's the reason the filter name itself is extrude. Alright, so this is one way. There is one more extrusion. I'll go for another picture here. I'll go to my filter, I'll go to my stylize, and I will go for extrude. This time I will pick pyramid, not the block, and I'll make the depth also like some 20, little more than the previous one. None of them is selected, and I'll say okay. So it will take some time, but the effect will be applied. If you can subscribe to my channel, like my channel and share my channel, it means a lot for me and it's a support for me to come back again in the next video and give you more information and details. And here is how you do it. So yes, coming back to it, so he has already applied the filter effect. Now I'll give Control plus and you can see he is actually applied it in a form of a pyramid. That's the only difference between your block and your pyramid effect. Okay, that is some of the filters. Till now this was a picture and I made all the effects on the picture. What if this picture is a smart object? Okay, I'll right click and make the image to be a smart object. Now you'll get this small icon here telling that it's a small object. See, there is a difference between the original and the option. Go to your filter, go to your stylize and pick fine edges, and this is how the edge has been applied. So what he actually is doing, he makes this like a pencil sketch. That's all, nothing much he will be able to do onto it. Alright, pencil sketching is like he gives you more of a black and white finish. Now you can actually convert this into a drawing. How? Already he is there. Go to your layers, new adjustment, and again go back for hue and saturation. Make it more, make this as normal but reduce the saturation. See, when you're reducing the saturation, what happens is no color is there. You're saturating it, so he becomes more like a gray finish to it. But if I increase my saturation, you can see the colors are actually popping out. All the colors which are actually seen on the picture, which can be done in the later on for drawing. See, now if I switch off these both, this is how it will look. Now when I'm switching it on, this is the effect of your work. Now if I go to the next picture here, see, in this I will apply the next one. That is your stylize, and I'll go for oil painting. So what does oil painting actually mean is the picture behaves like an oil painting finish. You can see here all these the beautiful strokes of an oil painting that makes it different from any other painting, any other medium to use it. You can increase the stylize so that it's like less strokes, I mean less smaller strokes, like a bigger strokes, the drawing is finished. Cleanliness, if I increase more smooth finish it will get. That's it. Scale, if you want to make it more in depth or something like that, and then I'll say finish. And now if I switch off this is the effect. I need to zoom in. I'll zoom in for you and see, this is the oil effect. Okay, it's very nice, it's very beautiful effect, especially when you apply to somebody's picture or somebody's face. It will look very nice. It's gonna look a totally different effect on your picture. So that is oil painting. Next I'll go for another picture. Go to filters, stylize, and the next is solarize. So what solarize does is he removes the all bright area. It's just like inverting. All the bright areas are inverting. See, this is the original and all the bright areas itself are being removed. Now I'll go to my layers, layer style, and I'll go for invert. What happens? All the white areas are popping out. See, this is going to remove all the white areas, that is you can see in your histogram, and then the invert is actually making it more white. The black areas are removed and it has put more white finish. So that is how the invert and your solarize work. So it's a very nice effect if you want to work onto somebody's picture. Next, this is another picture. I'll go to filter, I will go to back to stylize, and I'll go for tile. So what tile is, it gives you the picture into pieces. It just makes like how your tiles are placed one next to the other in a house finish in there. But here it will be a little dismoved, but here it will be a little moved away from its more precision. So what I'll do is I'll make it 10. Okay, and then comes background color. See, when you break something at the whatever is at the background, you will be able to see it, right? Here I have picked my background color, that is black. Okay, if I go for foreground colors, it will be white. If I inverse the image, means after doing just inverse it, or unaltered image, means keep the same image at the back also. I'll go for foreground color white, so that anyhow the picture is more on a darker tones of the colors. So I'll put white at the background so that you can see the effect more clearly, and I'll say finish. See, this is the effect what it applies. It's still one single image, but see the effect of it. Alright, so this is the effect of your tiles. Next we'll go for another image, and I'll go to stylize. This time I'll use for trace contour. What is trace contour? He tries to find the look of it. If I give you a better example, imagine if I create a new layer and I'll switch off all these. I'll go for gradient. I will pick a black and white gradient, or I'll take a different colorful gradient with radial. Where is it? This is I'll pick my radial and I will click and draw. This is my radial I have done. Now if I go to filter, if I go to stylize, and if I go for contour, it is actually telling you the colors, which color is where. Okay, if I increase the level of my contour, he'll give you more precise colors, like the shades if in between. If I reduce the shading, he'll give you only the top colors. So the level is actually telling him where exactly or how many colors you need to show it. Okay, that is what it is going to do onto him. Similarly, if a picture is there and if I go for filter, stylize and trace contour, he's going to trace out the edges. Now if I make this like overlay onto my original, and see, this is off and this is new, so it's just like more bright finish. That's all. That is contour. Next, the last one, so go to my filter, stylize, and in the stylize, the next one is wind. So what this wind does is he gives you this like pulled out or scratched out effect. Alright, wind is good and moderate. Blast is like too excessive work. Straggles are like okay, fine, you can work with it. Wind is very good. You can even specify whether you want this effect from the left side or from your right side. See, like that. And you can just say finish, and you can see it's more like a glitch effect. Now this is doing on the left and right, but what I wanted this to come downwards. Okay, if I wanted to make this effect come downwards or something like that, there is one way which you can actually do it, is by rotating it. Control Z, go out and rotate your image. Hold your shift and rotate it, your image. So my image has been rotated now. Okay, now I want it to go downward. So again I'll select him, go to filter, stylize and wind. And you see, it is showing you down effect. You can specify which effect, and if I zoom in, you can see the effect here that is going downwards. Right, now I'll rotate the picture again. Control T, that is your shortcut. Go here and rotate. While rotating, hold your shift so that it comes for it snaps on for 90 degree. Okay, so that is straight enough. And yeah, see, you have one effect that is coming down and there is another effect that is going left. So this is how you can trick your system and get whatever effects you want. That is the different effects what you see in your stylize. So the different effects what we saw in the stylize is diffuse. If you want to make sure that it is more like a combination or blurry effect, then it had embossment. Next come extrusion, find edge, oil paint, solarize, tiles, trace counter and wind. So these are the first filter and the sub options underneath it. I hope you have understood this, and the pictures what I am using in this class and or in this file, and some other pictures also which you can try it out, will be linked in the description box below. If you want to get the same pictures and work onto the same thing, just go to the description and you can download it out. And I hope this class was more interesting and you have understood the topics. So keep supporting, and I will be back with more interesting topics in the next video. So till then, thank you.